party. Come on. This is more than a dream come true. On the sea, sun and sand. There's so much that we can do on the sweet little land. Will you come and dance with me on the sea, sun and sand? It's a musical ecstasy. Come and join the crowd. Oh, round and round and round. Oh, come and dance with me. Come on, let's celebrate. Round and round and round. Dance with me. Have some fun with me. Come on. Oh yeah. Dance. Come along and dance with me on the land of the sun and sea. Round and round, let's dance and sing. Look at all the joy you bring. I can't explain it, I'm so elated. My head is spinning, spinning all around. The floor is shaking, this body's breaking. It's a celebration, music all around. Round and round, come on and celebrate. Come and dance with me. Come on, have some fun with me. Round and round and round. Come on and dance with me. Have some fun with me. I can't explain it, I'm so elated. My head is spinning, spinning all around. The floor is shaking, party's baking. It's a celebration, music all around. Round and round. Come on and celebrate. Come and dance with me. Come on and dance with me. Round and round and round. Round and round and round. Have some fun with me. Come on, yeah. Hey!
Let's go, Nehemiah, let's go. Let's go, Nehemiah.
Get
up, Puerto Rican, Mr. Bowie. Keep coming. Don't stop, keep coming. Don't stop. Stop. Come on, down.
Will you come and dance with me on the sea, sun and sand? It's a musical ecstasy. Come and join the crowd. Oh, round and round and round. Oh.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
He's ready for it. He's ready. That'll be good. Who's that in there? Adron? Carmen! I get you.
I have the race course right here. The race course is very simple. The starting line is going to be a white buoy and my committee boat, which is going to be anchored at the line. Okay, my committee boat is going to have an orange flag on it. That's one end of the line and the white buoy is the other end of the line, okay? We've got a competitive fleet of 14 Sunfish. We have Alvin McKenzie, Tanaj Manos, Keyshawn Hutchinson, Trevor Brown, Noshawn McKenzie, Carmen Forbes, Keanu Hutchinson, Jerron Roll, Adron Knowles, Orlando Ferguson.
My favorite part about sailing is definitely that no race course is ever the same. You can have 3 races on the same day and the course will never be the same. The wind will change, the course setting will change, the size will change, your opponents will change constantly, and it's always a different race and you're adjusting to the new conditions every time.
I was a part of the sailing club for 2 years, and I like sailing because you get to sail and race, be competitive with your friends in sailing, and you get to learn how, like, different knots and how to rig up a sailboat.
We were invited to watch the youth. The youths have a little race in Georgetown, Exuma. So what we try to do is we want to get our youths involved the same way how the kids in Georgetown, we want them to be a part of that also. We have a few kids sailing tomorrow, but they're not as sharp and as keen as the guys or the kids here in Georgetown, but we still want them to learn as they go along, and most of the time kids learn from each other, so we want them to see how these other kids act and sail in the boats and what they do.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself today in Exuma. Oh, I was so impressed with the young men, those young kids, young ladies as well, ages 8 to 15, and they're piloting those little boats, and one overturned and they were able to release the mast and get on the boat. Oh, that was so encouraging, and I'm impressed because of the age category and what they're capable of doing. This is a sport that we need in the capital, where we can get more of our young boys involved in the sports such as sailing, and I pray God this will be a reality very soon.
I feel good, confident for the other races. I know where I at. I kind of been out of the boat for a very long time because I was sailing something else, and I had to come back in the Sunfish, so I was very rusty, but I'm happy with the turnout without practicing. I had a very good speed advantage, I would say, and then it was a big left shift on the course as you got further out, so I just played the left side and had good speed.
My name is Terry McKinsey. I've been in the sailing club for 2 months, and I enjoyed the wind or the gusts that came in, and everyone just capsized, so it was very enjoyable and a very educational moment for everyone who's sailing options today.
I'm Emmett Knowles, and I have been with the Exuma Sailing Club since the beginning. So I like today because a lot of the races were close, and we all did very well today.
I appreciate him being a part of the races because he can teach me plenty, because I'm a beginner, I'm new to the club, and since he's been here for a long time, being able to race with him gives me hope, and it really teaches me.
Yeah, I like having him because since my brother's about to leave, he's someone that can push me to sail harder and to get better, because if no one was close to me, I couldn't get better. I need someone to be next to me so I can get better.
Taking part in the fall ESC right now is the first of many, first of the annual. I'm pretty excited. It's been going pretty well. Been racing against Alvin and Keyshawn here. They're giving me some good competition. I got some tuning I got to do to my rig when I get back to it though.
Oh, the Opties were very rough. I was the second largest sailor in the Opti fleet, and it was very lightweight, so it was very challenging to keep up with the rest of the fleet in the light conditions. But the last race, a massive score came through, and I was able to pass down and win that last race. And then the sloop, on the other hand, that was great. I got second place, and no one could touch Alvin. He was pretty far ahead, but we all had a good time sailing the E-class.
I don't think we've ever seen an area where
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good morning to the 5th Annual ESC Regatta. We have racing underway in beautiful Elizabeth Harbor this morning, Saturday morning, March 18th. The Sunfish are on the race course. This is race number 1 for the Sunfish. We have 10 boats in the fleet right now. I'm going to list them off for you with their sail numbers, so as you see them, you can pay attention. We have Dai Major with sail number 11, Tanaj Manos with sail number 12, Joss Knowles, sail 16, Keanu Hutchinson, sail 13, Trevor Brown is EX11, Carmen Forbes is number 17, Adron Knowles is number 8, Orlando Ferguson is number 1, Noshawn McKenzie is EX6, and Jerron Roll is EX7. That's the fleet of racers on the course right now. We are looking forward to some good competition in this class. I think most of the competition is at the front is going to be between Joss, Tanaj, Dai, Keanu. They'll all be up in the mix, all with a chance to win. On your screen right now, you can see the colorful blue, red, and white sail. That's Joss. And we have EX8. That's Noshawn McKenzie on his windward side. So they have a good duel going to the windward mark right now. Oh, sorry, that's EX11. That's Trevor Brown. Trevor Brown is holding the windward side of Joss right now. They appear to be close to the front of the pack. We can't see everybody right now. There you go up at the top of your screen. You can see Tanaj and a couple of the other guys. So we're going to see who can cross who. The race course is very simple this morning. They're going to do an upwind mark near the government dock. Then they're going to go out into the middle of the harbor. They're going to have a jibe mark there. And then they're going to go downwind near the old Out Island Inn for the downwind mark. Then they're going to tack their way back up to the finish right here where they started. So now on your screen you can see the maneuvering beginning to take place. Joss is tacked away from Trevor. We have Dai with the yellow colorful sail at the top of your screen. He's number 11. There we have Trevor tacking, EX11. He's going to follow Joss on the same route. Following behind him is Noshawn. So we're about to have a close cross here between Noshawn and Dai, and Noshawn has wisely decided to avoid any sort of situation there by tacking. He was the port tack boat, so he would have had to give right away to Dai in that situation. And here is Joss tacking back again onto starboard. Trevor is going to keep on continuing on port. Reg, good morning. What do you see out there?
Good morning. I see a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous morning in Elizabeth Harbor. And Dallas things seems to be working well for us. We wanted the wind to go south. Look what it did.
Well, thank goodness, because I think we deserve one after yesterday, right?
Went a little south. So we've got the Sunfish fleet just flying here. We have one lady in the fleet, Carmen.
Yep.
And they're in the middle of that pack, going to the windward mark. So yeah, we're off and running here on a beautiful morning. If you're anywhere in the neighborhood, come on down. It's a sight to behold.
Yep, and the Sunfish are more of our larger, older sailors, so you're going to get mostly in the 14, 15, 16-year-old range here. The younger, smaller guys are still in the Opti class, and we're going to get ready to get their start going in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, enjoy the footage from the Sunfish, and we're going to be coming back at you in just a moment.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Back at the Sunfish race. In the lead right now is Tanaj Manos. He is sail number 12. He has a nice lead. Joss is in second right there at the bottom of your screen, and right behind Joss is Dai Major. Those are your top 3 Sunfish sailors around the first mark. Now they're going to head to the jibe mark, so this will be a fast leg for them. They're off the wind, they ease their sail out, and they just go full speed to the next mark. They're going to jibe around that one, and then they'll head to the downwind mark. Then they're going to have to tack their way back up to the finish. So a good start for Tanaj. One of the favorites for sure in the Sunfish class. He's off to a good start, and he has got a decent lead on Joss. Reg, what do you think? You think he can hold on?
I think he can, but Joss, it all depends what happens to this wind when he comes around. Don't forget, this is a south wind now.
Yep.
It's going to move around a little bit. But what was interesting to me is we're talking about jibing these boats in this wind, and we don't do that in sloops in this kind of wind.
We gotta be careful with that.
We gotta be careful. Yeah, these kids are going to be jibing in what, 16 knots right now?
At least, yep. Yep.
The smooth water, the water's come down nicely, but yeah, this is just fantastic.
Yep.
I wish you can be out on the water with us, folks, to actually see these kids in action.
Yeah, because Elizabeth Harbor is unbelievable, isn't it? It's just one of the most beautiful places to sail. We're very, very lucky. We're going to come back to the Sunfish in just a moment. We're getting ready to start the first Opti race, so we're going to get you to the starting line for that race, and then we'll check back in with the Sunfish.
Hey mama, hey grandma, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandma, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring, oh when you come down. Smiling faces.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. The tumble is made up with his mainline and keys, and still all these. There's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. It's always made up this mainland and keys, and still all these. There's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring. Oh, when you come down. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Summer is made up with his mainland and keys, and still all these. There's no place like these.
All right, here we are. Race number 1 of the Optis. They are through the starting line. We've got a fleet of 10 Optis. We're going to list them down for you with their sail numbers. The sail numbers tend to be a little larger in this fleet, so you're going to have to look closely. We have Emmett Knowles, BAH 188. Sonny Ampleman, 699. Tyrese McKenzie, BAH 650. Heidi Ampleman, BAH 689. Dallas Clark, BAH 190. Willen Brainen, BAH 690. Trayshawn McKenzie, who is BAH 36. Tiandre Brown is number 630. Enrique Martins is 690. And Christina Manos is A1. So that's your fleet of Optis. They are on the race course. The heavy favorite, of course, 2-time Opti champion is Emmett Knowles. So he will be the one that everybody will be chasing. Sonny Appleman is going to be hot on his heels for most of the race. Let's see if anybody can get Emmett in any of the races today. In the heavier breeze, he has a little bit of size on his side, which is not something we would say it often about Emmett, because he's always been the shortest and the smallest one, right, Reg? So, what do you think about these little guys in this breeze?
Oh, this is awesome. I'm always fascinated by the Opties. I mean, these little boats are, what are they, 8 feet?
Yep.
8 feet and square box. We called them pontoons when we were young, when we built them locally. And they're out here sailing in this wind. But guess what? While we were launching the Opties, it looked like Joss closed on Taj a little bit on that reach leg.
Oh yeah,
so it's
maybe
very, very interesting to see what happens when they come around the mark. Who's going to go which side of the course?
Should be a good finish in the Sunfish. Tanaj is in first, Joss is in second, Dai third. Then I think we have Noshan or Adron that's Trevor followed by Noshan, and then Adron. So yeah, they're stacking up in the Sunfish. Keanu, who had a bad start and a penalty, is trying to climb back in it. He's currently in about 7th place. So let's see what happens when they start coming to the finish here.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Phenomenal. I know that the Sailing Club is celebrating 10 years this year. 2013 to 2023 it is already. And 5 years of the Exuma Sailing Club, their regatta. And so it's a fabulous thing that they're doing for the community, giving the children some direction and learning a sport that they can use in their lives forever.
Today is the day when we feel as though we need to give back. And we are happy that Dallas has started the club, because the club now is the glue for young kids to develop. My son is in school in the States because this club helped him to develop his maturity and organization.
Exuma Sailing Club Regatta has given me the opportunity to continue to grow as a sailor. Each regatta for each year that I've been in it, I've gotten to sail against all of my peers in fierce competition, and it helped me continue to grow as a sailor and see the opportunity that sailing will be able to give me in the future. And some of my core memories and some of the best times that I've ever had have been at the ESC Regatta, sailing against Alvin and E-Class and Sunfish, and sailing against Fonte and and Sunfish constantly. Like, those chances to battle against some of my peers were what helped me be able to keep growing as a sailor.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much. We don't know, I can't imagine this community without you guys. You make such a difference, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. We will continue to support the Exuma Sailing Club and the sailing community here because it's essential for what we do, and for the kids to learn swimming and sailing is an amazing thing. And thank you.
My name is Dahi Major of the Exuma Sailing Club. This morning, we're just rigging up our boats and getting ready to go in the water. We sail up to the government dock. The first rate starts at around 10. We get the skipper's meeting at 9. And then after that, we sail 4 races today. We move on to sloops. I'm inviting everybody on the island of Exuma to come check out the Exuma Sailing Club and watch the races today. My name is Dahi Major of the Exuma Sailing Club. This morning, we're just rigging up our boats and getting ready to go in the water. We sail up to the government dock. The first rate starts at around 10. We get the skipper's meeting at 9. And then after that, we sail 4 races today. We move on to sloops. I'm inviting everybody on the island of Exuma to come check out the Exuma Sailing Club and watch the races today.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
All right, we're back in the action. Race 1 of the Opties. Reg, on your screen, we have the little guys. So coming to the downwind mark right now is Emmett Knowles, BAH 188. He is currently the leader in the first Opti race, so he's going to round this downwind mark, and he's going to, what we call, harden back up onto the wind. There he goes. There's a nice rounding. Now he's going to work his way back up to windward. What do you see out there, Reg?
Well, I see a little competition here between the two boats that went off the line together, Emmett and Sunny, is it?
Yep, that's Sunny.
They seem to be close from here, but we know there's a little distance.
So you notice on your screen right there, Emmett did a little tactic we call a split tack.
Yeah.
All right, so he came around the windward mark, he tacked immediately, and then when Sunny approached the windward mark, Emmett tacked back onto the same tack as Sunny, so he can stay windward of him on the same tack. So if there's any shifts or any craziness going on, he can keep them right where he wants them. So we're going to have a little duel here coming to the finish. Let's see if Sunny is brave enough to tack away and try to do something different to catch Emmett, because you know you can't catch the boat in front of you going in a straight line.
And you can't sail straight upwind.
No.
so you got to make a tack somewhere. I think it's going to be really, really great. They're stretched out. We had a little incident over here. We had a boat down very quickly.
Yep, a couple boats capsized, but they're bailing.
And you know, that's the other thing that's nice about these little boats. You see them flip.
Yep.
And now they know exactly how to right that boat and go sailing again.
Well, and one of the things we teach them in the camps is how to tip over and how to get the boat back up, because there's a bit of a fear there. Sorry. And kids are afraid of tipping over, so we just got to get that fear out of them, show them that's no big deal.
And they love the water anyhow.
Exactly. Sometimes they do it on purpose. But let me read you the results from the Sunfish race, which ended. The first race is in the books. First place we have Tanaj Manos. Second is Joss. Third is Dai. Fourth was Trevor. In fifth was Noshawn McKenzie. Sixth place was Adron. Seventh was Keanu. Eighth was Jerron. Ninth was Carmen, and 10th was Orlando Ferguson. So that's how they stacked up in the first Sunfish race. It was a quick one. I would say no more than 20 minutes, and they were done in this breeze. So we expect more of that in the next race coming up. But right now it's all about the Opties, and we're going to see if Emmett can win race 1, so put himself in a good position for the 5th ESC Regatta. He won the first one and the third one.
I think he's got a pretty big separation.
Right now he's good. The only people to beat him in Opti so far have been Alvin, and then we invited Norman Cartwright from Nassau last year who beat him. But pretty much when it comes to Optis, this is Emmett's Harbor, and everyone's been chasing him for a few years now. Let's see if he can hold on and put race 1 in the bag. It'll be close, but Sonny's gonna have to pull something out of the bag if he wants to catch Emmett. He can't just keep tacking when he tacks.
Well, I don't. Right now, the way the wind is, a little shift to the south, and Emmett looks like he's got his nose right on the line right now. So I think Sonny's going to have a problem. The closer in he goes, the more the wind's going to knock him. So there goes Emmett again on top.
Yeah, I mean, in these conditions, when you have the wind shifting slightly to the south during the race, you definitely want to be ready for those right shifts and take advantage of it. So you don't want to be stuck too far out.
You don't want to get caught on the wrong side.
No. So here we go. See, Emmett has probably increased the lead a little bit. He's going across the bow with Sonny now on port. There he is, 188. And Sonny is coming on starboard. What are Sonny's options at this point, you think?
This close to the mark, not much. Right. Okay. But he can try to get him in a tacking duel, but Emmett's going to take that anyhow. Emmett loves it. He just put about 3 tacks on Sonny right there.
Yeah.
He didn't have to, but that's Emmett.
Yeah. I I don't think you're going to win a tacking duel with Emmett. He's one of the better roll tackers in the fleet. So the best chance you got is you got to separate from him. You got to get on another side of the course early, and you got to hope for a shift, or you got to.
And you got to keep the hammer down.
Right. You can't let him go. Yeah. Exactly. Well.
So he's going to run away with this one.
It's going to be Sonny in second right now, and in third we have Tyrese McKenzie. That's BAH 650. He is the winner of the green fleet in the last Opti National Championships in Nassau last year. He's a really good sailor. He's still new to it. If he wants to catch Emmett and Sonny, he's going to have a heck of a regatta. But right now he is in third, and he has a pretty good lead in third, I would say. I think the next closest one to him is Heidi, and she's a bit of a ways back. So it looks like Tyrese is going to have third place all wrapped up. But I'm going to give the mic to you, Reg, because I got to go write down some scores, okay? So here we go.
Okay, good morning, wherever you're listening to us, in the Bahamas, around the world. We're on Elizabeth Harbor. This is the Exuma Sailing Club Regatta for 2023. We have the Opti fleet out and the Sunfish fleet out this morning. And later on we'll have the E-Class out, and we'll be doing some things, different kind of racing. We'll be starting from an anchored start with that. But right now we're flying starts, and it's just a beautiful morning, great wind out here. We have our producers on board with us. I don't know if you can see him on camera. He's got his nose in a camera right now. Carson, this is absolutely beautiful, and thank you so much for doing this for us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the island and you can get down to the harbor, come on down. Get out on the water if you can. This is an incredible morning and some incredible sailing with some absolutely incredible kids. So I don't use adjective 3 times, but I just did because that's what it is, and you just have to come out and see this. So we're going to take a little break here. We're going to get ready to set up for the Sunfish for the second race this morning before we take a break. And so we're going to shut down for now. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore assurance, oh, when you come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance. Oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet like that. Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows right back to me. Southeast winds are blowing down in Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-go, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. Cause truly, 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 summer is Michael roll the boat ashore. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, oh, oh. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them, oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Opti fleet shaken up a little bit after the top three. So the top three were Emmett, Sonny, and Tyrese, as expected. But then in fourth, Christina Manos snuck in there, sail number A1. That was a great finish for her. And then Trayshawn McKenzie was fifth, so that's a good start for him. We've yet to see what we call Lil D, Dallas Clark, BAH 190. I think he had some trouble on the off-wind legs. I think he capsized, so he's still way back. Heidi Appelman was in fourth, and she had a little trouble right at the finish line, so she's still coming to the finish here. That's our Heidi right there in your screen, BAH 689. She is probably our smallest competitor, but she's very tenacious, and she works extremely hard. She would have been fourth if she could have completed a couple of tacks right there at the end, right at the finish line. But there she is. Only been sailing on and off for the last year. 4 months of the year she's in Exuma, and she practices very hard while she's here. She really wants to beat her brother Sonny. So she is through the line, and that's going to be sixth place for Heidi. That's a good finish for her. A good start to the regatta. We're looking for Dallas Clark, Willen Brannon, and Tiandre Brown still coming to the finish. Enrique Martins has dropped out of the race, and we believe Tylen Storr is back there coming to the finish as well. So we're going to stay with these guys as they continue to come to the finish line. There's 690. That is Willen Brannon right there with the red sail, and leeward of him is Dallas Clark, Lil D. So they're racing. That would be a nice finish for Willen if he could get Little D in the first race. I think he'd enjoy that quite a lot.
Hey mama, hey grandma, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandma, they coming from far.
All right, here we go. A little tacking duel now between the two friends. We got Little D and Willen dueling with each other to the finish. So Willen is the boat further to your left, 690, and Lil D is 190. So they are both fighting for 7th place right now. Lil D has come storming back after a capsize on the off-wind leg. So he is trying desperately to catch Willen before the race ends here. They're pretty close to the finish line, so he's going to have to make a move pretty soon. If he stays where he is now, he's going to sail leeward of Willen and right into bad air. So he's not pointing very well on the wind right now. You can see how much he's pulled down, and Willen is doing a better job of holding his wind. So right now, Willen is just increasing the lead. Reg has said it is all over. So let's see if Reg is correct in his prediction.
Well, it was, but he wants to go back to it.
Nothing like snatching victory or defeat from the jaws of victory. So here we go. They're not done yet.
Yep.
Willen is trying his best to beat him to the line. He still has the windward advantage.
Dallas, he has one thing. He's going to keep him on the lead. And he knows that if he does that, he would. Let's see what happens now. Here we go. Here's the
There's a delay.
Here's the tack coming in hot.
Yeah. All right, so Little D's going to tack. He's going to go for it. He's going to try to separate. Let's see if Willen covers.
Here, I'm going to get the finish. He's got him on that start. Coming in hot, has him unstable when he tacks if he doesn't make that mark. So there we go. He tacked again, and he just lost it. Just lost it.
Oh, you had it.
Right at the mark, if you saw that, folks. Coming in hot, was in front, and he just gave it away. That's what happens when you're not paying attention to when you're sailing the other person. When you sail the other boat, you make the mistakes, and they beat you. You just saw that. You just saw that happen coming across with these two boats. Two friends sailing. He just wanted to be close to his buddy. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back with the next race, Dallas. We're going to go back to the Sunfish.
Back to Sunfish, race
Sunfish,
number 2.
race
Coming
number
up
2.
next. Coming to the line now, we've got Tiandre Brown. He's in the middle of your screen right there. He's working his way up against the wind, coming to the finish, and behind him will be Thailand. So they're the last two offbeats to finish. When they're clear through the line, we're going to get the start sequence going for the Sunfish round 2. Let's see if Tanaj can put another one in the bag, or let's see if Dai or Joss can shake things up a little bit. Right there on your screen is Tiandre Brown, number 607. The cool thing about him, man, this is his first regatta. Last year, he could have done it, but he chose to sit out the regatta. He said he wasn't quite ready, Reg, but now he said, I'm ready to race. I want to be out there. So here he is. And he's got boats behind him. So Tiandre is amazing. We're very proud of him. And he's one of the more friendly guys you see out here on the race course for sure.
Now let's go through the start sequence on the Sunfish for us.
Yeah, it's if you're
you're seeing a different start here, folks, and we just want to, if you're not familiar with it, we want to talk to you a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's not like we do in the sloops where you anchor up.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore assurance, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you.
Coming. We encourage the kids to have watches with timers on it so they can know exactly when the race is going to start. There's no surprises. And the good ones that pay attention and are very aggressive, they can get off the line in a bang, and then the race is pretty much over if you have a good start.
So it's sort of like dropping the hat, folks. It's just the different flags or different signals for where we are in the start process. Something I'd like to see us get into sloop racing, but we know that that's going to take a little bit of doing. For now, stand by. We'll be right back with the start of the Sunfish.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore assurance, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. The timber is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, we didn't know that someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance. Oh, when you come down. Oh no, we didn't know sex.
He's ready for it. He's ready. That'll be good. That'll be good. Who's that in there, Adron? Carmen! I get you. I get you.
I have the race course right here. The race course is very simple. The starting line is going to be a white buoy and my committee boat, which is going to be anchored at the line. Okay, my committee boat is going to have an orange flag on it. That's one end of the line, and the white buoy is the other end of the line, okay? We've got a competitive fleet of 14 Sunfish. We have Alvin McKenzie, Tanaj Manos, Keyshawn Hutchinson, Trevor Brown, Noshawn McKenzie, Carmen Forbes, Keanu Hutchinson, Jerron Roll, Adron Knowles, Orlando Ferguson.
My favorite part about sailing is definitely that no race course is ever the same. You can have 3 races on the same day and the course will never be the same. The wind will change, the course setting will change, the size will change, your opponents will change constantly, and it's always a different race and you're adjusting to the new conditions every time.
I was a part of the sailing club for 2 years, and I like sailing because you get to sail and race, be competitive with your friends and sailing, and you get to learn how, like, different knots and how to rig up a sailboat.
We were invited to watch the youth. The youths have a little race in Georgetown, Exuma. So what we try to do is we want to get our youths involved the same way how the kids in Georgetown, we want them to be a part of that also. We have a few kids sailing tomorrow, but they're not as sharp as and as keen as the guys or the kids here in Georgetown, but we still want them to learn as they go along, and most of the time kids learn from each other, so we want them to see how these other kids act and sail in the boats and what they do.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself today in Exuma. Oh, I was so impressed with the young men, those young kids, young ladies as well, ages 8 to 15, and they're piloting those little boats, and one overturned and they were able to release the mast and get on the boat. Oh, that was so encouraging, and I'm impressed because of the age category and what they're capable of doing. This is a sport that we need in the capital, where we can get more of our young boys involved in the sports such as sailing, and I pray God this will be a reality very soon.
I feel good, confident for the other races. I know where I at. I kind of been out of the boat for a very long time because I was sailing something else, and I had to come back in the Sunfish, so I was very rusty, but I'm happy with the turnout without practicing. I had a very good speed advantage, I would say, and then it was a big left shift on the course as you got further out, so I just played the left side and had good speed.
My name is Terrence McKenzie. I've been in the sailing club for 2 months, and I enjoyed the wind or the gusts that came in today, and everyone just capsized, so it was very enjoyable and a very educational moment for everyone who's sailing off today.
I'm Emmett Knowles, and I have been with the Exuma Sailing Club since the beginning. So I like today because a lot of the races were close, and we all did very well today.
I appreciate him being a part of the races because he can teach me plenty, because I'm a beginner, I'm new to the club, and since he's been here for a long time, being able to race with him gives me hope, and it really teaches me.
Yeah, I like having him because since my brother's about to leave, he's someone that can push me to sail harder and to get better because if no one was close to me, I couldn't get better. I need someone to be next to me so I can get better.
Taking part in the fall ESC right now is the first of many, first of the annual. I'm pretty excited. It's been going pretty well. Been racing against Alvin and Keyshawn here. They're giving me some good competition. I got some tuning I got to do to my rig when I get back to it though.
Oh, the Optis were very rough. I was the second largest sailor in the Opti fleet, and it was very lightweight, so it was very challenging to keep up with the rest of the fleet in the light conditions. But the last race, a massive score came through, and I was able to pass down and win that last race. And then the sloop, on the other hand, that was great. I got second place, and no one could touch Alvin. He was pretty far ahead, but we all had a good time sailing the E-class.
I don't think we've ever seen an area where all of the 3 different class boats were mingling without any incident. We had E-class out there, we had Sunfish and Optis all sailing around, milling around, and not one boat touched the other. That is fantastic. It just shows the degree of skill these kids have developed. And if you're missing it, if you're not out here watching this, you're missing where you should be this weekend.
I would like to see this regatta as a part of our official Youth Month activity, and even possibly a national regatta where youth sailors can come from all over the Bahamas here in Exuma to participate in this event in October.
It was a busy weekend. The kids did amazing. They worked harder than me. I got to sit on the committee boat and just write down scores. They're the ones sailing out there in the weather, in the rain, in the wind, sinking boats and bringing them back up. Incredible sportsmanship and teamwork from all of the kids involved. All of our friends from the Keys, who are, of course, our Exuma family. We are so happy to finally have them here. And we really, really hope that we can help them get their programs off the ground so that we can have more competition going forward.
My name is Dahi Major of the Exuma Sailing Club. This morning, we're just rigging up our boats and getting ready to go in the water. We sail up to the government dock. First rate starts at around 10. We get the skipper's meeting at 9. And then after that, we sail 4 races today. Then move on to sloops. I'm inviting everybody on the island of Exuma to come check out the Exuma Sailing Club and watch the races today.
They're coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa. They're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shore, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh when they get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-go, levy-do, da-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This year is sure run. Oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like this. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, we hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, 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 it's so marvelous. Michael rolled about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, 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 oh. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like this.
Mike live? Not yet. One sec. Check. Just turn it on, Dallas. Let me see something. Got it on?
It's on.
Again? Okay. Okay, going on.
Becomes a nice high pressure. A lot of pressure on the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. This is race number 2 with the Sunfish. On your screen right now is Tanaj Manos. He is again your leader. Joss was behind him along with Keanu and Dai hot on his heels, but he has a pretty good lead. The wind is picked up, Reg.
Yep, we're getting gusting. It's gone south, and it looks like it's a permanent shift, but it's going to build. We're looking maybe at 16 knots. Sometime around 1 o'clock, that's going to be a high today, we think. Tanaj is just outsailing the field right now. I mean, he came off the line about 4th, and he just got on the windward of everybody and just took over the lead.
Yeah, there you can see he's on the far left, and he just tacked ahead of Joss. Joss, the next boat, and boy, the size of the sailor really matters in the Sunfish class and in these conditions. So the taller guys, Tanaj, Keanu, Alvin when he was here, Delano, they always had an advantage in the heavy wind because they have more leverage. Yeah. It's like a longer pry board. They can hike out more. So Joss is very small, so he's going to struggle. He's going to have to work really hard to keep up with these guys today for sure.
It's going to be an interesting race. The wind is up this time. You're going to go around the mark and go off to the reach mark, drive around that, go to the lower mark, take that to port, and then it's a foot race again back here to the start finish. The Sunfish are fast. The lead boat will probably end up around the mark with the same separation that we saw last time. It looks like it's going to be the same 3. It's going to be Tanaj and then Joss. So yeah, it's a difficult race today because we've just had a puff go through here at about 16, 17 knots. It's dropped down now to about maybe 10, 12. But it's that kind of wind all morning, all afternoon, and it's shifting back and forth. So you really have to watch which side of the course you're on. And Tanaj is doing an incredible job of that. As Dallas said, he's a big, tall guy and strong, and he's just manhandling the course today. And so we hope you're enjoying it. We have the Sunfish standing by. We're going to be into the second Sunfish race in just a little bit. For now, that's it. We'll come back and bring you up to date on the Sunfish, and then back to the Opties, which will be going off shortly. Standing by.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure is sure oh, when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Jumbo is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the-ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure is sure oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say.
All right, we're back to the second Sunfish race, also known as the Tanaj Manos Show. He has another commanding lead way out in front. You saw his information up on the screen. He's been sailing for about 3 years. This is his second or third ESC Regatta. He finished second last year behind Alvin. Did beat him in one race, was the only person in the entire regatta to beat Alvin in an entire race. So, yeah, he is one of our best sailors. You can see he's sailing in the E-Class on One Bahamas as well. He's one of our better E-Class sloop sailors, actually tied for the championship last April here in the Georgetown E-Class Championship, the mini NIFR regatta we had last year. So he tied for first, lost the tiebreaker, so second overall. But right now it's all him in the Sunfish class. He has a really big lead. The second boats, looks like No Sean, Dai, and Joss are trying to catch him, but I don't know if they're going to be able to because this is a pretty big lead and the wind has really picked up. So the taller guys like Tanaj are really going to have an advantage. It's going to be really hard for the shorter guys to catch him. So let's see if somebody can close the gap a little bit. But so far in the Sunfish, we have Tanaj Manos out in front, Joss, Dai, No Sean in second, and then we have Keanu following behind him. And then it looks like it's Carmen And I can't see the ones further up, but everyone's coming around the windward mark now. Everyone is on the reach leg. And we're going to come back at you with some more Sunfish action, and we're going to get ready to get the Opties started in race number 2 in just a moment.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure is sure, oh when you come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Tumor is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This year is sure, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, summer is Michael roll about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Hey, mama,
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
they bringing down our stuff to pick the gift. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our stuff to pick the gift. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, mama, hey gumba. They're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Hear me, hey mama, hey gumba. They're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shorn. Oh, when you come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Tumor is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, da-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, da-ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. It's someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know sex. Someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. It's someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my
Phenomenal. I know that the Sailing Club is celebrating 10 years this year. 2013 to 2023 it is already. And 5 years of the Exuma Sailing Club, their regatta. And so it's a fabulous thing that they're doing for the community, giving the children some direction and learning a sport that they can use in their lives forever.
Today is the day when we feel as though we need to give back, and we are happy that Dallas has started the club, because the club now is the glue for young kids to develop. My son is in school in the States because this club helped him to develop his maturity and organization.
Exuma Sailing Club Regatta has given me the opportunity to continue to grow as a sailor. Each regatta, for each year that I've been in it, I've gotten to sail against all of my peers in fierce competition, and it helped me continue to grow as a sailor and see the opportunity that sailing will be able to give me in the future. And some of my core memories and some of the best times that I've ever had have been at the ESC Regatta, sailing against Alvin and E-Class and Sunfish, and sailing against Fonte and and Sunfish constantly. Like, those chances to battle against some of my peers were what helped me be able to keep growing as a sailor.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much. We don't know, I can't imagine this community without you guys. You make such a difference, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. We will continue to support the Exuma Sailing Club and the sailing community here because it's essential for what we do, and for the kids to learn swimming and sailing is an amazing thing. And thank you.
My name is Dahi Major of the Exuma Sailing Club. This morning, we're just rigging up our boats and getting ready to go in the water. We sail up to the government dock. First freight starts at around 10. We get the skipper's meeting at 9. And then after that, we sail 4 races today. Then move on to sloops. I'm inviting everybody on the island of Exuma to come check out the Exuma Sailing Club and watch the races today.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shore, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Jumbo is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shore, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, we hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, 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 it's so Morris. Michael rolled about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, 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 oh. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Hey, mama, hey, grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our.
All right, we're back with the second Opti race. The Sunfish race is wrapped up. We had Tanaj taking race 2 again by a wide margin. And then Dai Major inched out Joss for second place in race number 2. So Dai was second, Joss was third. But now we're back at the Optis. And same old as race 1. We've got Emmett in the lead, followed by Sonny, followed by Tyrese. So those are your top 3 in the Optis. Right now they're coming to the jibe mark. The wind is really howling. We've got one Opti that had tipped over and they're bailing out now. We've had some kids struggling at the beginning, keeping water out of their boats. So not all the boats are in this race, but I think we have all but maybe 3. So there's Emmett in the lead right now. and you'll see that he is bailing water, because that's a constant battle on days like this, is keeping your boat dry. When you let water build up in these boats, it makes them unstable, and eventually you could end up capsizing or sinking if you let too much water in there. So that's his job right now, is just to keep the boat moving fast and keep it dry. Is Sunny, and then followed by Sunny is going to be 650. That's that's Tyrese. So he came third in the first race. He's currently third in this race again. And let's see who is behind him trying to crack into the top three. There's Tyrese on your screen right there. He's one of our newer sailors. He jumped out to a really good start, winning the Green Fleet at Opti Nationals in Nassau last year. And then his brother, Trayshawn, won the Green Fleet here in our ESC Regatta in the fall. So both of them had really good starts to their Opti careers. That's A1. That's Christina Manos. She was fourth in the first race. Looks like she's got another fourth right here. So that's a great start for her. Very impressive. She just kind of got back into sailing recently. Took a nice long break, but she's decided to come out and give it a shot. And she may end up sitting in a really good position after the second race is over. Who's that? That is Ty Lynn's Store, ladies and gentlemen, in 5th place. That would be an amazing finish for him. He was last, I think, or second to last in the first race, so this is a good start for him. Let's see if he can keep his boat upright and stay in the mix and put a 5th place under his belt. That would help him in the standings a whole lot. Behind him, we're going to have a couple of boats that are struggling in the heavy breeze. Heidi, who is our smallest sailor, always struggles on the off-wind legs because it's hard to control the boat when there's so much speed and waves at stake. So she is currently easing off on her boat and just trying to maintain control. And then behind her, Little D has capsized once again. So that's back-to-back races with 6, 8, 9 going underwater, which is uncharacteristic for him. Willem Brainen has just tipped over as well. So this is where you really got to come to practice, and you really got to practice sailing in the heavy conditions, because it is possible to maintain control of these boats in the heavy conditions. You're watching Sunny and Tyrese and Emmett do it right now, and Christina, so it is possible. But if you don't know what to do and you lose control of your boat, even for a split second, it will punish you by tipping you over. The good thing is you just flip it right back up, you bail the water out, and you keep on sailing. So that's why these boats are perfect. Even in these conditions, they can be sailed. So right there you got Willen, 690. He is going to bring his boat back up. That sail's going to flip over to the other side, and then he is going to bail out some of the water, climb back inside, and eventually he'll get sailing again. Now he has to be patient, because if he starts trying to sail too soon when there's too much water in the boat, it's just going to tip over again. So let's see if Willen can get going. Little D's taking his sweet time bailing. He's, I guess, not concerned about this race. Heidi has stopped and she is bailing. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sailors still racing around the course without any issues, and the other half has dropped out or bailing or is going to wait for the next race. So we've got Emmett still in the lead, Sunny right behind him, and Tyrese right behind them. They're around the downwind mark, racing for the finish now. And then we've got Christina on her way to the downwind mark, and Ty Lynn on his way to the downwind mark. So that's how they're stacking up in Optis right now. Reg, when you look at these little guys in these conditions, even if they're struggling, what do you think this is doing for their sailing confidence and their sailing careers?
It's amazing how big a confidence builder it really is, because once you've tipped over, you've tipped over. And these boats, they don't have weights inside so that they go to the bottom. They fill with water, but they stay near the surface so you can bail them out. And these kids they're expert at it. I mean, you see a sail go down, and we used to worry when we first started. I used to worry, Dallas, be able to get there right away. And we learned that, nope, these kids learn how to get out there, step on the keel, bring it back up, jump in, bail it out. They do it all on their own. And of course, they all wear flotation devices, so we don't have a worry. I was just looking at something, Dallas, while you were commenting. What makes the top sailors? And the Sunfish race is over, and so everybody beached on Bow Bay here. But the winner was still out here in that heavy breeze trying to get as fast as he could. And there's Tanaj. I mean, he just went back in. And I was looking at him, waiting, hoping that we can get a camera on him because he was going so fast. It was incredible. And so that's what you said. It takes practice, practice, practice. Yeah. He just won 2 races, but here he is trying to improve on that. So that's where we are. And I guess we're going to get ready now and take a lunch break right after the off-piste are finished. And we'll be talking to you about some of our sponsors during the break. And hopefully you'll tune in and we'll do some shopping.
You know, one thing that we're talking about, one thing you'll notice when you look at the bios, one of the things that stand out is most of the kids' most fond memories or memorable moments in sailing involve storms, tipping over, squalls, big challenging conditions. That's really what they remember. They don't remember the nice easy days as much as they do the challenging days that they're able to overcome and go home at the end of the day and say, wow, I can't believe I went through that and I'm still ready to go back out for more. So we don't worry too much about the challenging conditions because we know that it builds their character, it builds their confidence, and it just makes it easier the next time we face them.
And I think, was it last year we had that squall come through?
Yep, the last day.
The whole fleet, you couldn't even see them.
No, let's hope we don't repeat that tomorrow.
The squall cleared and there they all were. So, yeah. Are we going to break now?
We're going to take a little break. The Alpies are coming to the finish. Emmett looks like he's got this one wrapped up. Sonny's going to be in second. Tyrese is going to be in third. And we will come back at you with the results and a little break coming up.
Okay.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shorn, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Jumbo is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shorn, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-go, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, 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 it's summer is Michael rolled about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, Oh no, we didn't know this ain't funny. Oh no, this ain't funny. Hear them, oh no, we didn't know. Oh, 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 oh. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them, oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our stone to pick the gift. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our stone to pick the gift. Oi, 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 oi.
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
coming from America and Canada. Hear me, hey mama, hey grandpa. Oi, oi, oi. Hey mama, hey grandpa. They coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me, hey mama, hey grandpa. They coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is showering, oh, when they come down. Smiling faces over here. The this welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Jumbo is made up with his mainline and keys, and still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-go, levy-do, da-ling-a-ling. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up this mainland and key,